Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, April 7th. And you can see from yesterday, pretty nasty day out there for early April, but boy, do we got some improving weather. And if we look at the headlines for today, beautiful spring weather, and we can say goodbye to winter. I strongly feel that we probably won't see any more snowflakes until next fall, but that's not a guarantee. There certainly can be a cold day where you might get a flurry or two, but I think the worst is finally over. And we expect sunshine to return. We're going to be in the 40s today, close to 50. I think we'll be around 60 on Saturday. And I think for Sunday and Monday, we have a good chance of getting up into the upper 60s to low 70s. And you can see warmer than normal conditions are going to continue through the extended outlook as well. You can see our normal high for the day is 50. The normal low is 29. And we had 1.5 inches of snow ending at 7 a.m. this morning, so we didn't break the record, but we came close. And if we look at the who's hot and who's not for yesterday, 96 degrees at Death Valley, California, and 0 degrees at Goddick, Colorado. And if we look at the conditions around the area yesterday closer to home, you can see temperatures mainly in the upper 30s to low 40s. And again, the cold spot 31 at Marlette, the warm spot actually over in London at 8C. And with a lot of precipitation, you can see Lansing leading the way with 1.3 inches. And we're now down to just under 4 degrees below normal per day. And we're going to see that number get much, much warmer here over the next week or so. And if we look at precipitation over the last 7 days, you can see yesterday, again, 1.3 inches at Lansing, 1.21 at Middleton for the leaders. And you can see over the last 7 days, several areas up around 4 inches of rain across the area. And again, we got to get a hold of Henderson. I think they're definitely plugged up down there as well. And if we look at conditions around the area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the mid-30s across the area, a little cooler again over in the eastern areas, which is often the case this time of year. And on radar, just the last remnants of some of the wraparound moisture across northwest Ohio up into southwest Ontario. That'll be moving out. The sun will be moving in. Again, temperatures in the 40s. It's going to feel a whole lot warmer this afternoon than it did. And again, a great weekend on tap with plenty of sunshine and dry conditions for both Saturday and Sunday, with temperatures again getting up close to 60 on Saturday and around 70 on Sunday. And that'll be the pick day of the weekend for sure. And if we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see the storm now moving up the lower Great Lakes up towards the St. Lawrence Seaway. And again, taking that inclement weather, you can see the back edge of the clouds. Now over Lake Michigan, we've actually had quite a few breaks overnight, and we've had a little bit of fog here this morning, but not too bad. And then you can see our next big storm coming in off the Pacific, and that's going to drive up towards the northwest. And then we'll have another low pressure develop, and it'll move up, I think, towards Wisconsin, towards Lake Superior as we get into early next week, and that's going to pump all that warm air in our direction. You can see the low-level wind fields out of the northwest, but again, as that low pulls off to the east, we're going to get into calmer winds, and then eventually here's our warm air that'll be developing with that southerly flow as we get into tomorrow. As far as the weather map this morning, again, there's our low across the lower lakes heading to the northeast. High pressure will move off to the east over the next couple of days, and we'll start to get that southwest flow around it, and we'll see again our temperatures warming up quite a bit. By Saturday, the high pressure inching its way in towards Kentucky, Tennessee, and again, we'll be getting some southwest winds at that time, so we'll see temperatures rise through the 50s, close to 60 on Saturday. And then finally, by Sunday, high pressure to our southeast. We're going to have lots of warm, moist air coming up towards this area here as we get into Monday. Now again, with the main system going to be tracking up to our northwest, I think the best chance of the heaviest precipitation would be across northern Wisconsin, into the UP, back to Minnesota, and towards Aberdeen and South Dakota. And again, for us, I think we're going to get most of our rain when this cold front approaches the area. You can see the severe weather breaking out ahead of that, and I think as we get in towards Monday, I think is our best chance where we could see some severe weather possibly Monday afternoon or into Monday night. You can see as far as precipitation here over the next 7 days, with that next system moving off to our northwest, we're going to have less precipitation. It'll be with the cold front, and again, the bulk of the precipitation is going to be just around or north of the track of that low, where again they could see well over an inch of rain for many portions of the UP, again all the way back towards the eastern South Dakota. As far as we get into Monday's highs, and I got this a little bit too dark, but basically we expect a low to mid 70s across a large portion of lower Michigan, and it's in this area that I've got shaded is where I think as we get into late Monday afternoon, but more likely Monday evening, Monday night, we could see a chance of severe weather, so we'll keep an eye on that through the weekend. As far as severe weather goes here, this is the day 3 outlook. This is for Sunday, and you can see we begin to get some of that to lean in towards the area, but again, I think the best bet would be for Monday afternoon, Monday night, especially I think later in the day. Again, this would come into Monday morning. This is from Sunday morning to Monday morning, and again, I think by afternoon we'll start to see this area. I think you'll see the Storm Prediction Center increase the size and maybe even the amount, the intensity. I think we may see enhanced amounts here, because this looks like a really good setup across much of the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley for a pretty severe weather event. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see dominated by a lot of frost and freeze type advisories, fire dangers off to the west, and you can see again across southern lower Michigan, lots of rivers and streams near or above the flood stages right now, so certainly keep an eye if you live in those areas. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73.